this video, let's look at the Redmi Note 6 Pro's camera settings. Now I'll be making separate video about the manual camera setting details about the Redmi Note 6 Pro. So stick around, stay subscribed if you are new to my channel, because I have made a lot of interesting videos on this channel. So make sure you browse through my channels, through my videos, and you can watch them. So guys, in this video, let's look at the default camera user interface and what Xiaomi has thrown in. And there are some settings that I will show you when changed or when tweaked a little bit will give you some really nice looking images. So by default, just as you tap the camera icon, this is the user interface you will get, and what you can do here is use the AI camera. Now I think you already know how to use this, what is this and what it is meant for, but still I will tell you when to use this AI camera, not in situations like this. Alright, now as you can see, this is an indoor lit situation. You should not use this AI camera in these kind of situations. So when to use them, especially while capturing flowers, while capturing leaves, in situations such as landscape photography. So if you are doing a lot of landscape photography, AI camera can boost the saturation a little bit and the images look sharp over there. So in scenes like landscapes or capturing close-up subjects, definitely I would recommend you use this AI camera. Otherwise you just turn it off. The next I am going to suggest is inside here with the 3 stripes, and here as you can see there is straighten. So always use this straighten while you are capturing landscape images. So it will ensure that however you hold your camera, of course the frame gets cropped over here, but still it is trying to manage a straighten picture. So this is really helpful and handy. Even in settings like this indoor situation, it's doing a great job, but then you remember that these things will be cropped and the image size will be very much reduced. So if you don't want image size to be reduced, what you can do is I would suggest you use the grid lines. As you can see, I have already enabled the grid lines by going from this settings, and here you will find the show grid lines. You just have to enable this one. This is very important. A lot of people just skip over it and think that it's just a gimmicky feature. Actually, it's not a feature, it's a thing that you need to use as a professional while capturing pictures. So this grid lines will help you, will ensure you that if you're holding horizontal to the ground or not. As you can see, if I hold like this and the grid lines is this way, so this doesn't make sense and the images doesn't look professional enough. So make sure you always hold the camera horizontal to the level and then capture images. Now this is a nice looking image. This is how this grid line helps, and you need to enable it from settings. The next one is tilt shift. Now Xiaomi phones usually doesn't come with so many features as Honor phones do nowadays. That's one advantage over there, because as you can see with the tilt shift mode, of course it is appreciated there is a tilt shift here, but you cannot really customize the tilt shift, you know, the circle. In Honor phones you can literally customize. If you just swipe up or rather swipe left and right like this with 2 fingers, it will help you actually determine where to blur the background, how much blur you want and how much sharp you want in that particular circle. But here there is no way to customize that. How this tilt shift helps is, if you want the image to be sharp in the center and then rest of the thing blur. So remember that the background gets blurred. That means you don't get bokeh over there. As you can see with the image captured from circle tilt shift, you don't get the bokeh enough here because it is completely blurred. So you should remember that if you want blurred background, then use this circle or parallel tilt shift. Otherwise you can use the normal mode where you can actually get the bokeh, nice bokeh, as you can see there. Now this parallel thing can be used in situations like highway. So if you are in a highway and you want to capture night photography, then probably the parallel might help. And even in street photography, the straight lines can help. And even in situations like this, if I just want this to be sharp focus, this frame, and the rest of the sides to be completely blurred. Now as you can see, that's what exactly is happening. Now the image is completely in focus, but then the either side of the images gets completely blurred. Utilize it this way. Again, if you just tap on that, it gets disabled. There is beautify, so there is extra beautify effect over here. If you want to take group selfie, you can use this one. There is timer. I don't have to explain about that. There are plenty of nice filters that Xiaomi throws in, as you can see. The next one is flash. Here you can manually turn it on permanently. You can use it as a torch. That means again it gets on. Again there is auto, so depending on the scene it automatically detects and captures with flash. Now there is a thing that you can actually do with the flash setting. I'll do a separate video about that, so make sure to watch that video, how to use flash from this mobile and then darken the background and just lit the subject. If you're looking for that kind of photography, then make sure you subscribe to my channel. I make those videos as well. Now here again, moving on with the modes, there is portrait, as the name suggests. See, it's already looking for the subject and the background to blur. So as you can see, it really helps. Make sure you are in proper distance while you are capturing in portrait mode, otherwise everything just gets blurred completely. Now, as you can see, with the perfect distance maintained, this minion is completely sharp intact with beautify effect applied, and the background is completely blurred. Sort of it gets the bokeh as well, nice. And there is new photo effects available, as you can see. If I just tap on this one and allow over here, now you can customize setting over here. As you can see, there is blur level, so how much background blur you want depending on the face, it recognizes, it tries to blur. Again, it does not do that great job, but still it is there whenever it is required. So there are light trials. Now as you can see, with the background thing going on, how the light trials is, you can use different kinds of light trials. So if there is bokeh like this, it certainly helps. You can use it hard bokeh, just like how the Samsung A7 mobile has. I have made a separate video about that. So similar thing is going on over here. There is studio lighting. Again, this helps when there is actually a face. Now there is not really a face here, this is just a minion to show you demonstration. But when there is a face, there is also new lighting. New studio lighting is available on the Xiaomi phones with the new software interface. Now square mode can be actually used while capturing pictures for Instagram images. See, you don't have to crop the image. The image is already in 1:1 square aspect ratio. This comes in very handy when you are in need of capturing square images without having to crop or give in the frame. That's really nice as well. There is panorama, there is manual setting. Like I said, I'll do a separate video about this manual setting. Make sure you watch that. There is photo, there is video. Now there are only a couple of options to choose, like the 1080p 30 frames per second, no 1080p 60 frames per second, unfortunately. There is the time lapse interval here. As you can see, 1080p 30, 720 30, 480p 30 fps. Come on Xiaomi, give us some more options. There is fingerprint shutter. You can use this fingerprint as a shutter button to click the images. And one more thing, always keep this anti-banding to 60 Hz frequency. It ensures that there is less flicker in your images or while capturing video. It certainly helps. Also, auto exposure settings, like I said, I have already made a video about this one, gave tips about how to set this auto exposure setting as well as the sharpness, saturation and another thing. So make sure you watch that video, guys. Now here in the video section, there is image stabilization, so make sure you have turned that on. Also there is slow motion. Again, very disappointing slow motion feature here. If you are seeing a lot of flickers, it's due to the low light and nothing else. It's not wrong with your mobile. A lot of people ask me why there is a lot of flicker going on. The slow motion is captured only in very bright lit conditions, not in indoor situation. You will certainly see a flicker going on there. There is time lapse. You can just enable, disable. So that's it in the video mode. There is short video. So if you are just wanting to capture a 10-second clip, you can do that in short video. It instantly captures 10-second clip for you. You don't have to wait it and then push a stop button for that. So guys, these are pretty much the settings that I wanted to show you in this video. I know a lot of people might already know about these settings, but still a lot of people don't know how to use it actually. So hope this video helps. If yes, hit that like button, share this with your friends, and like I said, I have made several interesting videos on my channel. Make sure you watch those videos. Alright guys, see you all in another one. Till then, take care everyone. Bye bye.